Chaitanyamana Vishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Devakata Mahyam Tatandi Swapatandikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidinami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshitani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Okay, so we'll go to chapter 7. So chapter 7, 1 to 3 slokas is about importance of the process of hearing about Krishna. So why is it so important to hear about Krishna? And how it's going to help us in our process of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so hearing is very important because starting is from Shravanam, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. That's how it goes. So 7th chapter is about knowledge of the absolute. So 7 to 12 chapters is considered as what? What is it categorized as?
Bhakti Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga.
Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is going to speak about Bhakti Yoga from 7 to 12 chapters. So 1 to 3 slokas are about knowing about Krishna by hearing about Krishna. So Krishna requests Arjuna to hear about Krishna's material and spiritual energies. And Krishna declared that transcendentalists who succeed in truly knowing him is most rare. Okay, so 7.1 is about that, acquiring knowledge through the descending process and to hear about Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Vaja Mai Asakta Manapartha Yogam Yunjam Madashrayah Asamshayam Samagram Yata Nyashyasi Tachrunu. The Supreme Personality Godhead said, now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt. So he's saying that how you will be able to know him. That Krishna is only giving us the instructions. Krishna is like, you have to think about Krishna in devotion, and then we have to hear about Krishna. See, when we hear about Krishna, we know more about Krishna. Who's that just by hearing about Krishna wanted to be with Krishna?
Parikshit Maharaj, not us.
He got delivered. He
Rukmini, I think, Mataji.
Yes, so Rukmini Devi, she just heard about Krishna from all the Brahmanas. She never met Krishna, but she had that desire to be with Krishna, to have him as her husband. Now that was just by hearing. Okay, Shukadeva Goswami is for Kirtanam. He was not hearing, he was actually here. He recited Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so so Krishna says you have to think about Krishna, and then so that is possible by hearing about Krishna. And in the purport, Prabhupada says, Shrinvata Sukata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayandasta Bhadrani Vidinodi Suhril Sadam. From Bhagavatam it says, Shrinvata Swakata Krishna. When you hear about Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, it's like the pious thing, most pious thing you can ever hear. And Hridayandasta Abhadrani, all the abhadras, all the misgivings in the heart will just go away, and your material desires will go away when you hear about Krishna. Okay, so did anyone hear about the story of Dundukari and Gokarna? Does anyone know Dundukari and Gokarna story?
Yes, Mataji, this is the first chapter of Bhagavatam.
Yes, Mataji.
Can you just say the story in short?
Hare Krishna, can I say, Mataji?
Mataji.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Panchan Pranam. So basically, Mataji, Dundukari was brother of Gokarna, and the father of Gokarna, Dundukari, wanted a son, and then he got that fruit which his wife did not eat, and she gave it to her friend, and her friend gave it to the cow, and that's how Gokarna was born. And Dundukari was basically, he grew to be a very bad individual, and he was like used to have, he was having all the bad karma, and he used to also have association with the prostitutes, and then he basically his father, he was so disturbed that he left the home, and he died. And he killed his mother, I believe, or his mother died because he was really bad. And then eventually when he got like few prostitutes at home, and the prostitutes killed him. And because prostitutes killed him, he became like he was like roaming around. He did not
Ghost.
he
became
became
a
a he became a ghost, and he was like he did not he did not go back to any planet. He was hanging in there. He was a ghost. So Gokarna had gone to Prayagraj and for his rites. And then when he comes back at home, he hears some sound, and then he says, "Who's it?" And then Dhundukari tells him that, I'm your brother. And, I did not, I was not able to go back to, any planet because I'm stuck here. And because of my bad karma, and because the prostitutes killed me. So he said, "Oh, how come I had gone to Prayagraj for your, for all your rituals?" But he said that, I have done such bad karma that even doing anything in Prayagraj won't even help. So then he says, then what to do? So then Gokarna kind of consults many brahmanas and eventually finds out that if he does a katha, Srimad Bhagavatam katha, then Dhundukari can be relieved. And then Gokarna basically arranges the katha. He does the katha, and all the entire village comes. And as and when Dhundukari listens, one day katha, he ties the knots with some bamboo stick, and then the stick, one day one knot gets opened, as and when one day he hears the katha. And then eventually he hears the katha so attentively that he on the last day when the katha is over, they're like Vishnu Duts come to take him back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So Dundukari, just by hearing Bhagavatam, he got delivered from the ghostly platform. So that is the power of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And everybody was like, we also heard Bhagavatam 7 days. And then how come only Dundukari, who was hiding in that bamboo stick, got delivered in 7 days? So Gokarna says that's because Dundukari's had a one-point attention. He was so fixed and focused in hearing. You can hear in different way, like you all off your videos and you can sleep during my class. You can cook, you can do whatever you want. But there are few devotees who actually sit and listen properly in the class. So their full concentration is in the class. They get the maximum benefit. Hearing about Krishna in Bhagavatam class, any for that matter, you hear about Krishna with full attention, they get the full benefit. So the Gokarna said yes, because Dundukari's hearing was so submissive. He could hear every point. So that's what we should do. We should hear Srila Prabhupada. All of you, I think they are like new to Krishna consciousness, except few. 2 or 3, 4 years in your first few years of your Krishna consciousness, you have to hear Srila Prabhupada every day. Even a shorts, might be 2 minutes, but you have to hear Srila Prabhupada before you sleep. Always have a checklist. Did I do my rounds? Did I do my reading of Srila Prabhupada books? Did I hear Prabhupada today? So because whoever your guru is, your Diksha guru is, or Shiksha gurus are, but Prabhupada is our preeminent Shiksha guru. And 4 years of your Krishna consciousness, you have to nourish your Bhakti Lada Beej with Shravanam from Srila Prabhupada, because he's a founder Acharya. And that hearing will definitely help you so much. Because when Prabhupada speaks, it's from his heart, and Krishna is there in his heart. So definitely it's from the Lord. So we have to hear from Krishna about Krishna or his representatives. We have to practice Bhakti Yoga with mind attached to Krishna in full Krishna consciousness. So in full means to knowing absolute truth, the living entity, material nature, everything. And without doubt, we should not doubt Krishna. We should have faith, right, that Krishna is the ultimate knowledge and realization to hear. So always think we have to hear about Krishna from Krishna or his representative. So Krishna conscious process reveals full knowledge because mind is fully attached to Krishna. And the process is to concentrate the mind is by doing ninefold process of Bhakti Yoga. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Idi Pumsarpida, Vishnu, Bhakti, Shannavalakshanam, Kriyate, Bhagavati, Ada, Tanmanye, Adidamuttamam. So who said these? That is the nine, these are the nine process of Bhakti Yoga. Who said this?
Prahlad Maharaj,
To whom?
to his father.
To his father. So when his father asked, what did you learn from your Rakshasa Gurukul? And Prahlad Maharaj said this. So these are the 9 things we're supposed to do in Bhakti Yoga. If we can't do all these, at least Shravanam and Kirtanam should be done. So whom to hear from? Only from Krishna or his pure devotees, not from a pure non-devotee. Why? Why should not we hear from a non-devotee?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, it is explained that if a non-devotee explains, it is his katha will be mix of some poisonous things. I mean,
Very good. Yeah.
like
So
a
it's
milk.
like, yes,
Also, he will
like a
spread
snake.
anartha.
Yes, so there'll be another. And they don't know Krishna. They don't have faith in Krishna. So Prabhupada says, if you're a billionaire, you can give billions of dollars. Or in the sense, if you're a crorepati, you can give money. So similarly, if you are a devotee only, you can give Krishna to others or you can talk about Krishna. So it is said, Avaishnava Mugadir Namputam Harikatamritam Shravanam Naiva Kartavyam Sarpo Tishtayatapaya. Avaishnava Mugadir. If somebody is not a Vaishnava or a devotee, and you should not hear Harikatha from them because it's like Sarpo Tishtayata. There's a milk and then there's a poisonous snake. If he drinks that milk, the whole milk become poisoned. So similarly, the whole katha, even though it's about Krishna and Krishna cannot be impure in any way, but the way they understood about the Lord will be different. And they don't, non-devotee means he doesn't even believe the Lord exists. What will he speak about the Lord? Or a Mayavadi, you should not even hear from a Mayavadi. Mayavadi bhashya shunile hoya sarvanash. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. If you hear from a Mayavadi, then sarvanash, everything get destroyed. So the Prabhupada quote this important Bhagavatam sloka in the purport by saying that Srinvata Sukata Krishna, you have to hear about Krishna and all the anarthas will go. And how should we hear? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, not like just come 7 days Saptah or something like that. And the whole year we waste. No, every day. I think I see Nandita Mataji, Manushi Mataji and few of them in daily Bhagavatam class. That's very good. Actually, they develop that taste and they're able to hear from a devotee and every day dedicate some time to have a Bhagavatam class. That's actually good. It helps us in our spiritual journey. So if we could do that, make it as a life, a daily routine for us, then it's going to help us in long term. It really helps because it's Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Ashtaprayusha Badrish Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Vaishya. Prabhupada says what Saptah will help us. So Nityam, every day it should be heard. Because what are the 5 Panchanga Bhakti which Rupa Goswami says? Does anyone know? What are the 5 things we should do every day?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. So it is like I mean, it is chanting the holy names of the Lord and reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, reading Srimad
Bhagavatam, hearing Bhagavatam, then
residing in Mathura, that is
Mathura
Vrindavan
Vas.
Dham.
Yes.
Vigraha Seva.
Yes. Deity worship.
Vigraha Seva.
And one more.
And one more thing. Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan, Bhagavata
Sadhu
Shravan.
Sangha. You didn't say Sadhu
Mathura Vas. Sadhu Sangha.
Yeah.
Bhagavata Shravan, Shri Vigraha Sadhya Seva. Yes.
Yes. So Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha is very important. That is associating with devotees. Okay. Sadhu Sangha, Bhagavad Shravana. Yes. So Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtana, Bhagavad Shravana. Then Madhurava, Srimurtira, Shraddhaya Sevana. So these are the 5 things Rupa Goswami says. And these 5 things are already in our morning program by Srila Prabhupada. Sadhu Sangha, either you come online or offline, you associate with devotees. Then Nama Kirtan, you just do chanting 5 to 7. Then there is also singing of the bhajan happening. Then there is Bhagavad Shravana, everyday Bhagavatam. Madhuravas, that is wherever there is Krishna, that doesn't mean go and reside in Vrindavan. Wherever Krishna is there, his holy name is there, that's Vrindavan. So that consciousness. And Sri Murtira Shraddhaya Sevana. When you come to see the Arti, actually you are also kind of performing the Arti. So deity worship also is happening. So these are called the Panchanga Bhakti by Rupa Goswami. He says these 5 things have to be done every day. So, okay, so hearing about Krishna, hearing from Krishna or his representatives, by such hearing Krishna in the heart acts as your best well-wishing friend, and Krishna purified the devotee who's constantly engaged in hearing, and natural development of dormant transcendental knowledge happens. And by more hearing, one becomes fixed in devotional service. Fixed means what? You don't fall down. Okay, freedom from modes of passion and ignorance, material lust and avarice are diminished. One becomes steady in pure goodness. One become enlivened by devotional service and understand Krishna. And the hard note of material affection is severed, and one can come to the stage of asamshayam samagram, complete understanding Krishna. So that's why Krishna says hearing is very important. Jnanam te aham svavijnanam idam vakshyami sheshatah yet jnatva neha bhuyo anyaj jnatavyam avashishyate. So I shall now declare unto you the whole in this knowledge, both phenomenal and numinous. This being known, nothing further shall remain for you to know. So Krishna says this is the highest of all knowledge. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitramidam Uttamam, Pratyakshavagam Darvyam, Susukam Kartamavim. So Raja Vidya. This knowledge about Krishna is the absolute, is the highest truth. Nothing is above it. So what is Krishna's another name? Because nobody is above Krishna or equal to Krishna.
Asama Urdhva Mataji.
Asamurda. Asamurda. So Asama, nobody is equal to Krishna. Matta Paradaram Naniyat. In 7th chapter, Krishna is going to say that nobody is equal to Krishna or above Krishna. He is the supreme. Okay, so Krishna is the source of both spiritual and material things, everything. Jnana, the phenomenal knowledge, Vijnana, numinous knowledge, everything complete, because Krishna is Shalaishwarya Purna, right? So some of you have given that answer as all knowledge, all what is that, all beauty, all this thing in your closed book, and only few of them have given the Sanskrit terms also. So that is good to give Sanskrit terms if you know. So eligibility of Arjuna to receive knowledge is because he's a devotee and friend. What else was the qualification of Arjuna? Because he received the knowledge. Okay, Bhaktosi Sakachedi, devotee and friend. What else?
He's kind-hearted.
Kind, soft-hearted,
Kind and soft-hearted. Very good. And one more.
Non-envious.
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 So these are the 5 qualities which Arjuna had. He was a friend, he was a devotee, non-envious, kind and soft-hearted. So these are 5 qualities which Arjuna had to receive this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Qualification to receive is, Prabhupada says, yes, he was a devotee and in disciplic succession. Okay, that is a qualification to receive the knowledge. When the cause of all cause becomes known, then everything becomes knowable and nothing remains unknown. If you know Krishna, that means you know everything. And also it is said, Tasmin yu bhagavado vijnane sarvam idam vijnanam bhavanti. If you know Krishna, then everything else is known. So it's very rare to realize Krishna. It's not easy to realize Krishna. Manishyanam sahasreshu kasyit yadadi siddhaye yadadam abhisiddhanam kasyit mam vedi tattvataha. So out of thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So thousands of people. Why this is happening? Why do you think thousands of people may endeavor to become perfect? But not everyone can do that. Only one can know Krishna in truth. Why? Why is that happening?
Devotee will be purchased by Krishna when he gives that unalloyed devotion. So that's the
No, it's not
reason
a
Krishna
devotee.
would not give.
It's not a devotee. Thousands who are endeavoring, they are not devotees. They are just so they're just coming to know about Krishna. But why only one becomes a pure devotee?
That is, Hare Krishna Mataji, that is because the qualities that he has mentioned, what he
Okay.
should have, quality which is mentioned in chapter 12. So those qualities are very difficult to develop. So I think that is the reason.
Okay, that can be, what is the main reason why many of them deviate from spiritual life, or why they don't reach Krishna? Instead, they go to Brahmavadis, they become Mayavadis, they all want to know about the Lord or the absolute truth, but then only few go to Bhagavan, many go to Paramatma concept, many go to Brahman concept. What is the prime cause?
Maybe they
don't
are
have
not in the
have association of pure
They do
devotion.
not have faith, Mataji.
Faith,
also parampara, maybe many
parampara,
of
yes. So that means they don't get the real guru. Like if we didn't, like I've got so many other sampradayas and so many things. You go to any people, they say Lord is light, Lord is love, whatever, all this, many things. But if you go to the real guru says Krishna is God. And he says what Krishna says. Like this was impressed me to Prabhupada. Like Prabhupada says, surrender to Krishna. Krishna is God. Or any other gurus, when people say you are God, they just accept it. Yes, I'm God. But then Prabhupada never said, in fact, Prabhupada throwed many devotees outside ISKCON saying that today you are saying I'm God, tomorrow you'll say you are God. That's Mayavadi concept. I can never be God. I'm just a servant of God. I'm trying to be a servant of God. So the real guru, the real reason why they deviate is because they don't get a real guru. They get bogus gurus, like just for money's sake, or the gurus like that. So the main reason is, yes, all this is secondary. They get good qualities, the qualification, all that. But the real thing is why many are deviating from the path of perfection is because they don't get a real guru. So bhakti process is easy as well as difficult. It's easy because it requires no material qualification. Anybody can do. But it's difficult in the sense to reach that pure devotional service, to have Anyavilashita Shunyam. And it's by selfless devotion. That's very difficult to reach. We are all doing Jnana Mishrita Bhakti or Karma Mishrita Bhakti, but to reach that pure Bhakti, very, very difficult. So that's why it says Bhakti is easy as well as difficult. Now, initially, when we came to Krishna consciousness, what did they all say? Chant Hare Krishna. Don't even have to brush your teeth. Don't have to do anything. Just chant. Whatever you're doing, Devi Devata worship, whatever, eating non-veg, that's fine. That's okay. Just chant. And so you thought it's very easy. But when you came to Krishna consciousness, as you go deeper and deeper, there are 4 regulative principles. You have to not do that, do this, do this, do this. It's very difficult now to do any quality japa, to do Shuddhanam. It's very difficult, right? To reach that platform. So it means it is difficult, but it's easy in the sense anybody can do. Even a child can participate in Bhakti Yoga. So it's said, mankind are engaged in animal propensities of eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Hardly anyone is interested in the transcendental knowledge. And those who are interested, they get misguided by bogus gurus. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada quotes in the purport saying that Srila Shankaracharya, the greatest impersonalist, who admits Lord Krishna as a supreme personality, right? He says in the Gita commentary, Eko Shastram Devagi Putra Gitam, Eko Devo Devagi Putra Eva. So he says there's only one God, Devagi Putra, that is Krishna. Who's saying this? Shankaracharya, who have given the Advaita philosophy, Mayavadi. So he is saying this. So impersonal Brahman realization is easier than knowing Krishna, because position of Krishna is the supreme. He's the cause of all cause. So non-devotees who say Bhakti is very easy, then why they cannot practice it? Why they choose difficult paths? Krishna says, Klesho adhikataras tesham. It's very difficult to go through other paths. So the unauthorized path, it becomes easy, but speculative scholars and philosophers fall away. And Prabhupada says here, the devotional service of the Lord that ignores the Vedic literatures is just disturbance to the society. Shruti Smriti Puranadi Panjara Primvitim Vina Ekandigi Hari Bhakti Utpe Deva Kalpate. It just causes disturbance in the society. Who are those people who do devotion, but they don't follow Shruti, Smriti, Purana, they don't chant, they don't have guru, they don't read scriptures, but they are the devotees. Who are they? Those people called as?
Sahajiyas.
Yeah, Sahajiyas. So they are just imitating. They say Gita Nagari, what is it? Gauranga Nagari, sorry. They say they are Gauranga Nagaris, or they are followers of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. They dress up like gopis, but they don't chant. They don't have a guru. They don't even read Shastra. So that is the wrong way, causing disturbance to the society. So who can know Krishna? Pure devotees by devotional service. And only a portion of Krishna's inconceivable transcendental qualities can be known, because Krishna is inconceivable. Right? Achintya he is. And also Bhakti Rasamasandhu says, Adar Shri Krishna Namadi Naba Vedrahyam Indriye Sevan Mukhi Jihvato Sayam Eva Spuratita. Nobody will be able to understand Krishna with our Grahyam Indriye, with blunt material senses. But Sevan Mukhi Jitva, when you do devotional service with your tongue by chanting the holy name and taking Krishna Prasad, Swayam Eva Swarita, Krishna becomes pleased with you and reveals to you. So we can't know Krishna forcefully. Krishna has to reveal. So impersonalists, Paramatma realization, yogis, demigods, worshippers, they fail to understand Krishna as son of Yashoda, Supreme Personality Godhead. So that's why Prabhupada says the potency of bhakti, that only after many, many births, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapatyate vasudeva sarva iti samahatma sudurlapa. Bahunam janmanam ante. So all of us have taken so many janmas, and jnanavan, we had some knowledge, and then we had come to Krishna consciousness, because now we accept Krishna, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, that Krishna is the root of the tree or the source. We understood it, right? We were not convinced till now. But now we are convinced, now we are a little bit convinced. We know that yes, Krishna has to be worshipped. And some Mahatmas, we are not Mahatmas, but Mahatmas like Srila Prabhupada, they're Sudurlapa, very, very rare, who have dedicated everything for Krishna. So it's very difficult to reach that stage. So 4 to 12 is about understanding Krishna's energy, because both material and spiritual, everything is Krishna's energy. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammanur buddhirevacha ahankaramiti yamme vinna prakritirashtara bhumi apo. So what are these things? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. What are these 5 things?
5 elements.
5
Material
elements where?
Panchabhuta.
Manjamuda. And what is it made up of? I mean, the Panchamuda is composed of, I mean, what is actually made up of Panchabhutas?
I mean,
Gross
Water,
body,
fire,
Gross body.
material.
gross
gross
body.
body,
The gross
Mataji.
body, right? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And
Yes,
mind,
ma'am.
intelligence, and false ego is what?
Subtle body.
Subtle body.
Subtle body, Mataji.
Subtle body. So all these, it is said, the earth, water, fire, air, all these are Krishna's separate material energy. Minna prakritir ashtata. It's not different from Krishna. It's also Krishna's energy. Okay. So which part of our body is like the earth part?
the flesh.
Earth
The
means
bones,
a bit
Mataji.
strong.
Bones,
Bones. Water,
blood,
Blood.
and
blood,
Saliva.
saliva, all that. Yes. Fire.
the
Digestive.
Huh?
Jathara.
Jataragni.
Digestion.
Jataragni.
Stomach,
Digestive
stomach.
fire.
Yes. Stomach. Okay. Air.
The
Breathe.
breathing.
Breathing.
Breathing, lungs. Okay. Ether. Ether is the like space, a vacuum. There are some space, no, around your heart, pericardiac space or pleural space. There is a space in our body also. So all these. So this is how our body is made up. And Krishna says all this is Krishna's energy. So if you can't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, at least accept the material energy as Krishna's energy. Right? That's what Krishna is trying to say. That it is separate. It is the separated energy, Binna Prakriti, and it is inferior energy. Okay, what are the classification of Krishna's energy? There are 2 types of classification. One is
Superior energy and
superior, inferior. So superior energy is who?
We jivas.
The living
spiritual
entities.
energy.
The living entities. No, the superior energy is the living entities or the jivas, and inferior energy is the
Prakriti.
Prakriti or
material
material.
nature or prakriti. What are the other classification? One more classification.
External
Tatastha.
energy, marginal
External,
energy,
marginal,
Internal,
and
internal, marginal.
internal. So external energy is also called as
Bahiranga
Bahiranga
Shakti.
Bahiranga Shakti.
Prakriti.
And who's that? Who's the Bahiranga Shakti of the Lord?
That is
Maya.
Mahamaya,
Maya.
Mataji.
Mahamaya. It's the Mahamaya. Okay, you should say always Mahamaya, the material nature, or Durga Devi, the material nature. Okay. And internal energy is also called as
Yogamaya, Mataji.
or
Sure.
Andaranga Shakti. Yes, Andaranga Shakti is the Yogamaya. Also, Yogamaya can be Samvid Shakti and Hladini. There is also Radharani also included in his internal energy. And the marginal is
Tatastha.
The living being.
living energy.
Tatastha Shakti, living
Jivas.
being.
It's also called Tadastha Shakti, right? Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishnera Nityadasa, Krishnera Tadastha Shakti, Binna Binna Prakasha, Krishnera Tadastha Shakti. So we are the marginal energy of the Lord. So we are all, that means living entities are also part and parcel of the Lord. Krishna says, no, Mame Vamsho Jiva Loge Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So we are also part of the Lord. And all these, the 8 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego, all is Krishna's energy only. So the Mahat Tattva, that is the 84 elements, the 5 gross elements, 3 subtle elements, 5 sense objects, smell, taste, form, touch, sound, and 10 senses, that is 5 knowledge acquiring senses like eyes, nose, tongue, ear, skin, and 5 working senses like hands, feet, voice, evacuatory organ, and procreatory organ, all this, and the unmanifested modes, all this becomes the Mahat Tattva. Just understand Mahat Tattva is like the 24 elements in which the whole entire cosmic creation, everything is made up of. Okay, that's called Mahat Tattva. So the Krishna's Purusha incarnation is the Mahavishnu, or the Karnadashai Vishnu, then you have Garbhadashai Vishnu and Kshirodashai Vishnu. So anyone who knows about these three Vishnus, actually it is said can be liberated from material entanglement. Because Karnadashai Vishnu, he creates the Mahat Tattva, and for creation, Garbhadashai Vishnu is the one who actually lies in the Garbhadashai ocean. From his navel sprouts and all the different universes or planetary system is there. And Kshirodashai Vishnu, he enters into each and every atom as the super soul in our heart. So we should understand the Lord as the material nature, being the energy of the Lord is in his different Purusha incarnation is meant for the enjoyment of the Lord. And result of ignorance of science of God is one assumes this world is made for one's own enjoyment. That is wrong actually. Krishna buliya jeev bhogavancha kare. So forgetting Krishna, we try to enjoy our senses. Okay. So material science, it comprises only 10 items, that is 5 gross elements, 5 sense objects. And philosophers, they deal with mental activities, and they're not perfect in knowledge because they don't know the ultimate source is Krishna. What are such people called as? They have nice knowledge, but they don't know about the Lord.
Mayavadi.
Maya, almost close.
Brahmavadi?
Yeah, Mayavadi, Brahmavadi is almost same.
Mithyachari.
Mithyachari is an atheist. Yeah, they don't believe, but they have nice knowledge. So they are Maya Apurata Jnana. Okay. We'll see in this chapter 7 sloka, the 4 kinds of people who doesn't surrender to Krishna. Namam Dushkidana Muda Prabattandi Dararama Maya Apurata Jnana. Maya Apurata Jnana. The Jnana knowledge has been captured by Maya. They have nice knowledge, but they don't know about the Lord Krishna because the Maya have covered them. So they're called Maya Pratatjnanis. Okay, yes, they become Mayavadis or Brahmavadis and Midyacharis. And the atheistic Sankhya philosophy says that the 8 energies expand to 24 elements of the material world, and the subject matter for discussion is only the manifestation of the external energy of Krishna without considering connection with Krishna. So they are living with the help of the Lord, but they don't believe in the Lord. No, they are the atheist. So they lack the central point that Krishna is the cause. Because of false ego, there is material existence and includes the 10 sense organs for material activities, 5 knowledge acquiring sense, 5 working senses, and intelligence refers to the total material creation called as the Mahat Tattva. In 7.5, Krishna says, Aparameyam itastvanyam prakritim vidime param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayetam dharayet jagat. Beside these, O mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resource of this material inferior nature. So he says about the superior energy. Who's that? The living entities, right? So we are actually can be the Tadastha Shakti of the Lord in one way classification. We are also in the superior energy of the Lord. Okay, so Krishna's superior energies are the living entities because the living entity belongs to the superior nature energy of the Lord because we exploit the resources of material inferior energy. And the quality, so we know about that Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattvam, that is qualitatively we are same with the Lord, but quantitatively we are different from the Lord. Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattvam. Also we are called Tadastha Shakti or margin energy of the Lord because all the spiritual and we can control the material energy. The jiva sometimes come under the influence of material energy and become conditioned, forgetting his real spiritual position. So material nature is the inferior energy and it is manifested as 5 gross and 3 subtle elements. So understanding God and Jiva, the living entities, are never equal. So this we should know. Just because qualitatively we are one with the Lord doesn't mean we are equal with the Lord. Jiva, being the energy, is always under the control of the energetic and has no independent existence. Krishna is only Swarat. He is the one who is independent. We are actually dependent on the Lord for everything. Yes, Siddharth Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Achinta Bheda Abheda Tattva, if you can just elaborate a little more.
Yeah. So I thought you all know it. So Achintya Bheda Abheda. Bheda Abheda means there is simultaneous oneness and difference from the Lord. Like the Advaita philosophy says that we are one with the Lord, right? You are God, I am God, we are all God. But the Dvaita philosophy, which Madhvacharya gave, he said, no, we are not one, we are 2. We are soul and super soul. We cannot be one. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu later on came and said, yes, both are right. In the sense, we are one with the Lord as well as we are different from the Lord. How? We are one in quality. In the sense, Krishna is also Sachidananda Vigraha. We as spirit soul, as Atma, we are also Sachidananda Vigraha in minute part. in a little bit. But quality, both are same. But in quantity, Krishna is Anoraniya Mahadoma. He is the greatest and the inconceivable. But we are just a spark. The three examples Prabhupada gives us like fire and the spark. The fire is the whole, and if you put your hand in the fire, it burns. But the sparks coming from the fire, even that burns, right? The quality, both are same. There is heat in that fire and light. But in spark is just a small drop, and the fire is the whole thing. So in quality, they are same, but in quantity, they're different. And the drop of water from an ocean, it's also salty, the water, but in the quantity, it's just a drop. Or the gold and the gold mine. So the gold ornaments are very small, but the gold mine has a lot of gold. So in quality, we are same with the Lord. In that is oneness in the sense in quality. But at the same time, simultaneously, we are different from the Lord in quantity. This is Achintya Beda Beda Tattvam Prabhu and was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So this
Hare
is
Krishna.
Can we
what
also say, Mataji, he is Vibhu and we are Anu? Can we also say that?
yeah, we are Vibhu and Anu. Yes. So he is so unlimited and so inconceivable. We are just Anu, a drop of it. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, can I was reading about Bhagavad Gita and then I read somewhere about the yogurt and a milk example. Does it also as a Achintya Beda Beda?
Milk
Prabhupada
and
says,
yogurt. Yes, that's about Lord Shiva and Vishnu. That's what he explains. Shiro, that is, yogurt comes from the milk, but yogurt cannot be converted back to the milk. So everything comes from Krishna as a milk is compared to the Lord. And but then yogurt cannot be milk, no? We cannot convert it back. So everything comes from the Lord. The
Thank you,
living
Mataji.
entities, yeah. So this is Achintya Beda Bedatam. Simultaneously, we are one with the Lord in quality, but in quantity, we are different from the Lord. So we don't accept Advaita, neither we accept Dvaita. We accept both in the sense, this is a new philosophy by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, we are both. Simultaneously, we are one with the Lord as well as different from the Lord. So we cannot be one with the Lord, never, right? So that is again Mayavadi, merging with the Lord. We cannot be. It's like green bird merging into a green tree. We have our individuality. Krishna has his individuality. We are always das. But we are different in the sense quantity, but in quality we are same. Okay, that's what Mahaprabhu said. It's a very important teaching by Mahaprabhu. Okay. So the real revelation of mukti means to surrender to the Lord and be under his control. That's the path of real happiness. To be free from the influence of illusionary material energy or Maya. Free from the false ego, aham mamedi, thinking that I, me, mine. So we should give up that and all material concept, even conception of being one with the Lord. Okay. That is Kaivalyam Naraga. Becoming one with the Lord is like Naraga. It's like hell. For a devotee. Devotee doesn't want to become one with the Lord because there's only Brahman, there's no Sevananda. Etat yonini bhutani sarvaniti upadaraya aham krishnasya jagata prabhava pralayastada. All created beings have their source in these two natures. Of all that is material, all that is spiritual in this world. Know for certain that I am both the origin and dissolution. So Krishna is the origin of both spiritual as well as material things in this world. Krishna is superior to both the spirit, the living entities. The spirit is the cause of matter. Spirit is not created at a certain age or stage. Everything that exists is a product of matter and spirit is the basic field of creation. Matter is created by the spirit. Okay, material world is a manifestation of not only on the basis of spiritual energy. Okay, like child grows to boyhood, right? Because of the superior energy, the spirit soul. Similarly, the entire cosmic manifestation developed because of the Supreme Soul, Vishnu. Just because of him, Krishna says in the next sloka, Matta Paradaram Naniyat Kinjit Asti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva. Like the pearls strung in a necklace, like it has this thread, but you can't see that thread. But if once the thread is cut, the whole pearls fall down. So similarly, Krishna holds the entire cosmic creations. The moment he leaves it, everything falls down. But we can't see it. So Lord is the cause of everything. Spirit and matter are the two energies of the Lord. Therefore, the Lord is the original cause of everything. Sarva Karana Karan. These big super soul, we are small souls. That's what Mataji said, Anu and Vibhu. Okay, the living entity is the cause of big skyscraper building or big factory, but he cannot be the cause of the big universe because that's Krishna's creation. And big soul, the super soul, is the cause of the universe. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yavitta Dikaman, it is said. Nityo Nitya, he is also eternal, we are also eternal. He is also Chetana, the consciousness, we also have it. But the difference between us and the Lord is that Eko Bahunam Yavitta Dikama. He alone can maintain the entire universe. Okay, so this is very important sloka in this chapter, where Krishna declares that nobody is above him or equal to him. Matta paradaram nanyat kinjidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamitam protam sudre manikanaga. Who conquer well, there is no truth superior to Krishna. So no truth superior means nobody is equal to Krishna or above Krishna. Matta paradaram nan anyat. So Krishna himself is coming and saying this. Still people are not able to believe. Krishna says nobody is superior to Krishna. When demigods, everybody is below Krishna. Krishna has to sanction anything. Even if you pray to the demigods to destroy any... Hare Krishna? Okay, even if you pray to the demigods for some benefit, material benefit, who has to sanction it? Krishna only has to sanction. Because everybody is his agents or everybody is below to him. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasa Pritya. If Krishna is only Ishvara. The rest, everyone is his servants. So, through this verse in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna stresses how the Supreme Absolute Truth is a person. Okay, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradar Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. So, the Absolute Truth is a person and he's a premier Lord. He's the reservoir of all pleasure. He's Govinda, the eternal form of complete bliss and knowledge. And it's Arupa used to describe Krishna. It doesn't mean Krishna is impersonal. It just means he doesn't have any material form. His form is transcendent. Sachidananda Vigraha. And Krishna is the maintainer of everything. Everything is depending on him. But no one can see him, just like no one can see the thread that holds the pearl necklace. No? So nobody can. But a devotee knows, or an intelligent person knows, yes, the necklace is staying because of the thread. Maybe a child cannot understand how this necklace is staying. May not be seeing the thread. But an intelligent person knows, elderly person knows that it's because of the thread. So similarly, you see the whole universe and the whole creation, and there's not a creator behind it. And they say about the Big Bang Theory, just an explosion happened by accident. Creation happens. No, that's not how creation happens. Nothing happens by accident, right? There is a creator behind it, and that's the Lord. And Krishna, this is also a very important sloka. Krishna says about the material energy. How we can remember Krishna in our day-to-day life. Might be you're not chanting the holy name now. You're not in a temple. You're not reading Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. But you're just in your office drinking some water. Krishna says, you can still remember him. Why? Because he's a taste of water. Rasoham apsukaundeya prabhasmi suryayo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdake paurusham rishu. Raso aham apsukaundeya. So the taste of water is also Krishna. Okay. Anybody did Nirjal Ekadashi? Pandava Nirjal?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Two of them? 2, 3? Okay. So you did on the Dwadashi day, did you really realize the taste of water?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
But till
Mataji,
then,
yes, yeah.
might be you didn't appreciate the taste. But yes, so on that day, definitely anyone who have taken Nirjala Ekadashi, definitely when you break the fast on the next day, you realize the importance of water, or you realize that taste of water. So that is Krishna. So Prabhupada says every day we drink water, but do we really realize, oh, that's Krishna, the taste of water? But that's how you see Krishna everywhere. And Prabhash means the light of the sun and the moon, that's Lord. Syllable Om in the Vedic mantras is Krishna. And he is the sound in ether and the ability in man. So if Om is Krishna, why there is no Om in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? It should be Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, you know? Because the syllable Om is also Krishna.
Mataji, because it is AUM or something like that, and something stands for Krishna, something stands for, I'm sorry, I don't know, Radharani and devotional service, I think, Mataji. It's
No,
spelled like
that's
that.
fine, but why is it not there in the Mahamantra? Because Om is
Because we
Krishna.
are Hare, we are already chanting Krishna, Radharani, and giving us devotional service, engaging us in devotional service, Mataji, in the Mahamantra.
Yeah, that means already Krishna is there in the Mahamantra, no? Somebody asked Prabhupada, is Krishna in the Mahamantra? And Prabhupada said, no. Krishna is not in the holy name. Krishna is the holy name. because there's no abhinnatam nama namina. There's no difference between Krishna and his holy name. So there is already Krishna in the holy name, or Krishna is the holy name. So why you have to add Om to it? Already the Lord is there in that mantra, right? So, or he is the mantra. Abhinnatam nama. Or you say Nama Chintamani Krishna. Or it is said Kalikale Nama Rupe Krishna Avata. In Kali Yuga, Nama Rupe, Krishna has come in his holy name in Kali Yuga. So we can't see it, but it's Nama Prabhu. He's a Prabhu. He is in the form of the holy name. Okay, so there is no need of Om because already Krishna is there. Then why you have to add Om to it? Okay, so that is the reason. So you can, when you see a full moon, when Prabhupada went for a walk and he saw a full moon and he said, Nitai Pada Kamala Kodi Chandra Shushitala. When he saw that full moon, he immediately remembered Nityananda Prabhu, because the Vaishnava Bhajan says, Nitai Pada Kamala, Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet, or Balram's lotus feet, is like Kodi Chandra Shushita, thousands of moons shining. So immediately Prabhupada could connect, but we just enjoy the moon and we just see, oh, nice moon and it's Purnima and all, but we don't really appreciate that's Krishna. Krishna also says, no, Nakshatra Nama Hamshashi, that he is the moon among all the stars. Punyagandha Prithiviyam cha Tejas Chasmi Vibhavaso Jivanam Sarva Bhudeshu Tapas Chasmi Tapashvisu. I'm the original fragrance of the earth. No, when it's summer and then first rain comes, nice fragrance of the earth comes. That's Krishna. In sense, he's his energy. He's the heat in the fire. He's the life of all the lives, and he's the penances of all atheistic. Bija mam sarva bhutanam vidit partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi buddhir buddhimatam asmi. So the intelligence of the intelligent is also Krishna. Tejasvina maham. The son of Pritha, know that I'm the original seed of all existence. Aham ad bija pratapita, Krishna says. Bija mam sarva bhutanam. So how can you say that killing living entities for sense gratification or animals, it's non-violence? Or how do we say that's okay, like animals doesn't have a soul? Some people say that when Prabhupada preached this Krishna consciousness, they said, anyway, animals doesn't have a soul. Really? Krishna says he is the original seed of all existence, or he is the one who actually, so that means there is also brotherhood. So does that mean only the humans in the country is the citizen of that country and you have to protect only them? Even the animals are the citizens of that country, or you need to protect. So that's why meat eating and spirituality doesn't go together. One of my friends have taken Diksha or initiation from another sect of, what do you say, religious practice, but still they continue meat. And they got the mantra and they, so that's not how, you chant the holy name and do sinful activities on strength of chanting the holy name. That's also an offense. Namna balad yasahi papa buddhi. Like you do, oh, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, I can do any sin. No, that's not the way it works. It becomes just a routine chanting. It doesn't have any effect. In fact, it does more offense when you chant like that. Okay. And he is the intelligence of the intelligent. Any example to say Krishna is the intelligence of the intelligent? Somebody being very intelligent and Krishna crossed over that intelligence. Does anyone remember? Somebody tried to be over intelligent and Krishna just smashed it. In the sense,
Lord Brahma Vimohan Leela. Brahma Vimohan Leela.
Brahma Vimohan Leela. Okay, yes, Brahma tried to be extra smart by taking all the cowherd boys and everything, but Krishna again expanded. So Krishna could understand Brahma's intentions.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Krishna protected Arjuna, right, Mataji, with his Sudarshan Chakra, with the sun he has protected, right?
Oh, you mean that the war with
Mahabharata, yes.
Yes, Bhishma. So Krishna was being intelligent and yes, made a sunset happen so that the war ends and Arjuna was protected. So this is like somebody trying to be intelligent. Krishna became more intelligent than them.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Was it when Lord Krishna takes Draupadi to Bhishma Dev for
No, that's a nice. Yeah, that's a nice example. And yeah, so Bhishma Dev blessed her, right?
Yes, Mataji.
And definitely Krishna just, no, Bhishma Dev just took the shapat, saying that I'll kill all the Pandavas, and then he also gave the blessing to Draupadi that let your husband long live. So yes, that was Krishna's another trick of intelligence. But this is I was thinking is about Hiranyakashipu telling to Brahmadev that no animal should kill me, no man should kill me, not in the air or the earth, not on day or night, or not outside, inside. He being so intelligent and he blocked all the ways he can be killed. But Krishna, being more intelligent than me, or he's the intelligence of the intelligent, Keshavdrita Narahari Rupa, he had come in half man, half lion form and smashed Hiranyakashipu. So being that he is to prove that yes, Hiranyakashipu's intelligence was also given by the Lord, or he's the intelligence of the intelligent. So Krishna knows how to smash it. Okay? And later on, Krishna went to Lord Brahma and said, never give a boon like this anymore. Balam balavatam chaham. So Krishna is the strength of the strong. Kama raga vivarjidam. Dharmo aviruddha bhudeshu. Kamosmi paradarshama. Dharma aviruddha. Okay. So the Krishna says the strength of the strong. He's devoid of passion and desire. He's a sex life which is not contradictory to religious principles or son of Bharata, Lord of Bharatas. That means Grihasthas are allowed to have Krishna conscious children. And that's the way of, one of their way of celibacy. Okay, by producing only Krishna conscious children. So 8 to 11 is about showing that Krishna is the essence of everything. We'll just stop with that. So Krishna says, oh yeah, we already saw those slokas. 8 to 11, that Krishna says he is the taste of water, he is the sun and the moon. So taste of water, taste is active principle of water, like no one likes sea water, and attraction of water depends on purity of water. And pure taste is one of the energy of the Lord. Impersonalists perceive the Lord as the taste, but personalists glorify the Lord for supplying the water. And he is the light of sun and moon. Originally, that light is what? Brahmachoti, right? The effulgence coming from the Lord, impersonal effulgence. And he's the Om of Vedic mantras. Om is the transless sound in beginning of every Vedic hymn, and it addressed the Supreme Lord. So impersonalists, they prefer to vibrate Omkara because they were much afraid of addressing Krishna by his innumerable names. And he's the sound of ether, his ability in man. Krishna is the fragrance of the earth, with the original flavor, the smell, taste, and all. And he's the heat of the fire. The fire used in factories, cooking, the digestive fire. Indigestion is due to low temperature in the belly. And duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. By Krishna's grace, one can prolong it or diminish it. Ayur haradi vai pumsam udayan astam chayan asav tasyate yat kshanoni ta uttama sloka vartaya. Ayur haradi vai pumsa. By rising and udayan astamcha, by rising and setting of the sun, the ayus will go away, right? Our lifespan is decreasing. But for a devotee, uttama sloka varte, who continuously speak about the Lord and glorify the Lord, do devotional service, for them, they eternally live. Might be this body ages, but then they're eternally going to live. And he's the parents of ascetics. He's the original seed of Bijam of existence. The 84 lakh million species. Krishna is the seed-giving father. Krishna is Barabrahma. So do you think a father will be happy to see the brothers fighting and killing? No. So similarly, Krishna doesn't like to see the human living beings killing lowest animal species. Yes, Jiva Jivasya Jivanam, one living entity has to depend on other living entity for food. But Krishna says only Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. He doesn't say non-veg things and all to be had by the living entities. Right? So that is a sin by doing that. So Krishna is the original root of all that is existing, and he is the maintainer of everything. Nityanantaram Chetas Chedananam Eko Bahuravya Vidradika. And he is the intelligence of the intelligent. He is the power of a powerful man. He is the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desires. And regulated sex life in the sense used to propagate Krishna conscious children. So in this space, Prabhupada explains that how the Lord is all pervasive in his diverse material and spiritual energy. The Supreme Lord can be primarily perceived by his different energy, preliminarily. And in this way, he can be realized, he is realized impersonally. This is, so if the impersonalists say that Krishna doesn't have a form, he doesn't have a pastime, all that, okay, at least accept the taste of water, accept the sun and the light. Who is giving all this? Right? So impersonally also, so impersonalism also another feature of the Lord. When somebody asks you, is Krishna personal or impersonal? He's actually both. Okay, personal in the sense he has a form, he is a person, But at the same time, he has impersonal features of Brahmachodi is his impersonal feature. So there is no conflict between personalism and impersonalism. One who knows God knows that the impersonal concept and the personal concept are simultaneously present in everything, and there is no contradiction. This is called the Achintya Beta Abeta Tattvam. There is simultaneous oneness and difference from the Lord. So the Lord is simultaneously one with us, sense of quality is Achidananda, and quantity is different. So knowledge of Krishna gives us liberation, ignorance of Krishna gives us bondage. Okay, so I think we can stop with this. We'll have a small breakout room after this. Ye chaiva satviga bhava rajasastamasa ye matta evedi tan viddi natva aham te mayam. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion, and ignorance, are manifested by Krishna's energy. And he is, in the sense, everything, but he is independent. He is not under the modes of material nature, for they are contrary are within me. So the three modes, Krishna is not bound by the three modes. We are bound by the three modes, and these are all Krishna's energy. Krishna is the source of the three modes, and he's above the three modes. What is another Krishna's name? Because he's above the three modes. That. Huh?
Gunadhish.
Oh, Gudakesh.
Gunadhish.
Gunadish. Okay, you can see Gunadisha.
Nirguna.
Nirguna is because he doesn't have any material quality. He has transcendent quality. That's why Krishna is called Nirguna. It doesn't mean three modes. Okay.
Brahma Bhuti.
Adokshaja. Krishna is called Adokshaja because he cannot be perceived by your material senses, or he's above the three modes. Yes, Nirguna in the sense the three modes of material gunas, all the issuing from him do not affect him. That is why Krishna is Nirguna in the sense he is not having material qualities, he have spiritual quality. Okay. So we'll have a small breakout room.
Gunatita.
Gunatita, yeah, another term. So there are three examples of how Krishna can be perceived through his material and spiritual energy. You have to go through the verse 4 to 12. Just pick up three things how Krishna can be perceived through his energy and discuss the relevance for your personal and preaching application. How is it going to help you in your personal and preaching application? Okay, that yes, Krishna is both material and spiritual energy, how it can be perceived. So we'll have a quick breakout room. After that, attendance will be posted. Hare Krishna, Sola back. Yeah, Mataji, can you post the attendance link? I'll open the chat.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so we quickly start. Can someone? Yes, Siddharth Prabhu. So you are from room number 1. Yes.
Hare Krishna, we have the 5 devotees in the room. So from 7.4 to 7.12 we discussed. So in 7.4 it is talking. Anyway, I'm coming to the main point that what are the material energy, what are the, how Krishna is both material and spiritual, and how it is going to help in our preaching. So 7.4 is about the 5 elements, pancha bhuta, and also another, so 5 gross elements, and he's also these are his energies. So manabuddhi ahankar is also his part of energy. So therefore, if we look at our body also, that's what you had explained, that we find everything in various forms. So I'm not going into details, but for example, our digestive fire is the part of the fire. So we cannot exist without these energies. And 7.5, then he's also saying that yes, that primarily we are supposed to be the superior energy of Lord Krishna, and all the living entities are supposed to be the superior energy in a way. And why it is superior energy? Because we are exploiting this. We're exploiting the inferior energy. We are exploiting the nature. So rest of the things when we're using, and we're not realizing that in fact everything of Krishna, that realization has to come. And that realization will come only when we understand that all created beings have their source. So there is another verse which also says that aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam. I think I forgot the last line. Bhava samanvita, that is also there. And so he's also saying that I am the source of creation, I am the bija pradapita, I am also the dissolution as well. This is also there in other verse where he says that aham adischa antascha bhutanam aham adischa madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha. So that is also coming in a way in text 6. So everything that we are experiencing is Krishna only. It is a movement which is required from the three modes of nature, from Mahamaya to Yogamaya, which we should go. And he is declaring, in fact, that matta paratara na anyat kinchit asti. So if he is declaring that there is nothing beyond him. So Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Sarupa, we have to accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and nobody above him. So the surrender and all the 9 folds of bhakti should come just by knowing that he is the Sarva Karan Karanam. And also other ways, like in our everyday life, if you're taking water also, he's saying that I'm the taste of water. He's saying that he's the intelligence of the intelligence. He's saying that he's the strength of the strong. So we can't ever be, living entities can never be equal to him. We are part and parcel of him. This realization has to come. And in that realization, we'll slowly move forward in the devotional journey. Hare Krishna. Others can.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhu. So room number 2, Balaji Prabhu, Shirish Prabhu, Naveen
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
So, yes, Mataji. So according to the question, So according to the question which is asked, so we can perceive Lord Krishna as discussed in 7.4, how he is discussing about five gross elements like land, earth, water, fire, and ether. So in this way, we can perceive him in material energy. And when Lord Krishna says in 7.7 that no one is equal to him and he is the cause of all causes. And apart from this, in another verse also, Lord Krishna says that he is seed-giving father. So in this way, we can analyze or we can understand that Lord Krishna is a spiritual energy. So the second part of this question asks about the preaching purpose and personal applications. In personal application, like you already said, Mataji, in class that we often drink water. So we can understand the taste of water is Lord Krishna, right? And like also Prabhuji said that the Jataragni or the appetite to digest any food is also Lord Krishna. So this can be our personal application, and for preaching also we can say that like if there is someone who is very intelligent person in front of us, who is becoming over smart in front of us, so we can say that this intelligence from in you is coming from Lord Krishna. So in this way we can preach to him, or to a person who is very like strong person who is much influenced by power, so we can say that this power is also coming from Lord Krishna. So in this way we can also preach. So this is what we discussed, anything to add can be added by our group members also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I would like to add one point.
Yeah.
In the material world, if we don't give credit to someone, then they will immediately stop respecting the others. But Krishna, he gives everything to everybody. He is the source of everything. He gives everything to everybody, even if they reciprocate the same way with Krishna, or even they don't reciprocate with Krishna. So we have to preach people that Krishna is not partial to anyone. So it is in the terms of gratitude, we have to show our bhakti to Krishna, devotional service to Krishna. This is what I have understood,
Yes.
Mataji.
Correct.
Hare
Room number
Krishna.
3. Nobody is ready.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So, and if we start with the discussion, first of all, we can talk about the material energy from verses 7.4 to 7.5. Krishna describes the 5 material energy, 5 gross energy, and 3 subtle energy. And example we can take as the earth and the mind. And in the second case, from in verse 7.5, Krishna described the spiritual energy, the living entities who are part of his spiritual energy. Are the souls that animate the material bodies. For example, we can give the life force, the presence of life in all beings, humans, animals, is a manifestation of Krishna's spiritual energy. These give the consciousness and individuality to each living entity. And second example, you can also take the devotion and the love. The devotee feels that by acting devotion, love, and spirituality, the expressions that signifies the manifestation of Krishna's spiritual energy. And in verse 7.7 to 12, Krishna explains that everything in existence, both material and spiritual, is pervaded by him. He is the essence of all that exists. And in example, we can take the example of sunlight. Krishna states that he is the light of the sun and the moon. So the sun provides the energy and life to the world. Then the blending the material energy and the spiritual energy aspect. And second, we can take the example of the taste of water. That is the taste of the water. This simple essential quality combines the material aspect of water with the spiritual sustenance it provides to all living beings, because we know for all living beings it is required. And third example, we can get the thread of the all pearl, that they are all connected with just the thread. The thread is the Krishna itself. He combines and binds everything, and interchange and interconnect with them. He is present in everywhere. These are the examples we can take. And from the preaching point of view, we can discuss that he is actually the cause of everything, and everything is under his control. Nothing is beyond on him, and he is like source of everything. He is the root of everything. So, example, when we give water to the root, it helps to grow all the parts of the plant. So that is the root cause. So if I can take the example, like if someone is feeling any difficulties or feeling stress in life, they start questioning Krishna. But we should realize that he is the root of everything and he is watching us. So if there is in a problem, that is our own karma, and we are actually facing it. So we must be thankful to Lord that something bad is happening. Then Krishna is actually destroying the vikarma of our previous karma. So when it will end, Krishna will of course bless us with every thing that we want from Krishna. So in this way, we should have the firm belief on Krishna. We should always believe on the root, that is Krishna. And so we can discuss that the importance that is the root of everything and cause of everything. So we can relate it and show the importance of the Krishna to the devotees. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So the last room number 4.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, we have taken 3 examples. The first one is 5 gross materials and 3 subtle elements are made up of material. And we think that our our body is made up of all these elements, and our identity is only through the body. But actually, this body is created under the influence of material nature and controlled by Krishna. So he is the superior energy of all of us. And the second example, like taste of water, light of the sun, fragrance of earth, and sound of ether, we think that it's a combination of chemicals. But these are the Krishna's vibhuti, power, Krishna's power. We forget that. So all these flavors comes from Krishna only. And the third one, the 3 modes of material nature, this is influenced by material nature. We come under the mode, come under the influence of 3 material modes. We become conditioned soul, Mataji. So we fall under the trap of Maya. So we don't think that we can overcome above this material nature by surrendering ourselves to Krishna. And Krishna is the creator and destroyer, maintainer of everything. And Krishna can prolong our life, and he can diminish our life, Mataji. These are the examples we have taken, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I think we are already late, so we'll end the session. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Panchakalpadharubhasya, Kripasindhubhyo, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo.